gonna drop me down. Words for you are nothing but a sound. Don't you see? Oh, it's different now than I remember. From all the colors of September, we fall into that same honest day. Lately I bite more than I can swallow, and I've sealed these senses in a bottle. Then I wish we could go back that way. Hang on, darling, these memories like mending a broken room in our hands, but still out of touch. Think I've forgotten how to dream without you, a part of me, my sweet Constantine. It ain't a secret anymore since you walked through those doors. You know I struggle with being myself. Maybe this is all that matters, all the spots and slips and splatters from you to me to somebody else. Hang on, darling, these memories like painting an empty midnight. again. You're gonna drop me down. Words for you are nothing but a sound. Don't you see? You don't fool anyone. Your life to me is buried in the ground. Never hit the apple in the garden. Guilt and sadness run into your veins. Never hit the apple in the garden. Guilt and sadness run into your veins. Once they said great honors are great burdens. For sure you've always lived behind the curtains. Too slowly I come to realize you're not the one that I know. I'm sorry. Don't say darling, 'cause you'll fake it. Don't hide the tears, 'cause I know you're breaking. All this love and all this pain you've given. All this love and all this pain, you bring them from another world.
Another tear just burst from the side of your eye. And I know what you're saying, and I know it's a fucking lie. All this word, damn lie. All this pain in those fine eyes.
you.